If you've been confused or even scared about what's going on with Social Security right now, you are not alone. One week they say they're going to be seizing payments, and then the next they're backpedaling. And meanwhile, people are panicking. And that's completely understandable because Social Security is a literal lifeline for so many people. I know things are hard right now. And I know at this point it's hard to know what's real, what's still happening, and what to expect moving forward. And that's scary. That's why I'm here. I've sorted through all the details so that you don't have to. And in this video, we're going to talk about what is going on with Social Security right now, what it means for you, and what you can do to protect your benefits. And before we dive into the facts of this situation, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor chapter. If you're on Medicare or planning to enroll soon, they can help you review your coverage and make sure that you're getting every benefit that you qualify for. Their licensed Medicare experts offer free one-on-one help with no pressure at all. Just call the number you see on screen now. So here's what's going on. Hundreds of thousands of seniors, some estimate almost 500,000, were on the verge of losing part of their monthly income due to old student loan debt. And while that crisis has been paused for now, the threat is still out there. So let's break it down. Back in May, the federal government quietly restarted something called the Treasury Offset Program. And we talked about that here on this channel a bit. This program allows them to withhold part of your federal payments, like your Social Security check, to pay back debts that you owe to the government. That includes unpaid federal student loans. If you have a defaulted federal student loan, the government is allowed to take up to 15% of your Social Security retirement or SSDI benefits. Now, I know that 15% might not sound like much, but let's put that into real terms. If your Social Security check is $1,200 a month, a 15% cut means losing $180 every single month. The average Social Security check is actually a little higher than that, around $1,976 a month. And that means that the average person was set to lose around $300 a month to this. That's a lot of money that could have gone toward rent, utilities, food, or medication. Now, if you receive SSI or your monthly benefit is under $750, you're supposed to be protected from this kind of garnishment. But for everyone else, there was real fear that these deductions could begin immediately. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, nearly 452,000 seniors were at risk of having their Social Security checks garnished. So collections were scheduled to resume on May 5th, and technically they did, but before any money was actually taken from anyone, the Department of Education paused those garnishments altogether. So even though it technically began, nobody was actually affected before it was stopped. In a statement to Newsweek, a spokesperson said, quote, "The department has not offset any Social Security benefits since restarting collections on May 5th and has put a pause on any future Social Security offsets," end quote. They did not say how long this pause would last. They did say that the Department of Education was going to begin reaching out to those who would have been affected. In fact, a spokesperson told The Hill that, quote, "The Trump administration is committed to protecting Social Security recipients who oftentimes rely on a fixed income. In the coming weeks, the department will begin proactive outreach to recipients about affordable loan repayment options and help them back into good standing," end quote. But here's the thing. What happens if someone can't afford the so-called affordable loan repayment options? What if they can't bring their account into good standing? What happens if they just ignore that letter altogether? The answer is, we don't really know. What we do know is that the Treasury Offset Program still exists, and that means the government still has the ability to take back that 15% whenever they decide to use it. So unless new rules are put into place, garnishments could still resume at any time. And with how quickly things are changing back and forth, we really can't count on any guarantees right now. So here's what you need to do to protect your benefits. First, keep an eye on your mail. If you're at risk of garnishment, you should receive a notice from your loan servicer and or from the Social Security Administration before any money is actually taken from you. Second, you need to know your protection status. Again, if you receive SSI or your benefits are under $750 a month, you should be safe. But don't assume. Make sure that you know. Third, check whether your loan is in default. You can log into your account at studentaid.gov or contact your loan servicer directly to find out your status. You are looking for any mention of the word default, and if you see it, you need to act quickly. And that's when you need to take the fourth step, which is to reach out proactively. If your loan is in default, the Social Security Administration can't really do anything to help you, so don't waste your time calling them. Instead, call your loan servicer and see what they can offer you for payment arrangements. If you're on a payment plan, then you're not in default and you're not at risk of having your Social Security benefits taken. Of course, if you're overwhelmed or unsure where to start, you can also call our sponsor CareConnect USA's Student Aid Relief Line. They provide free help to people on fixed incomes who are trying to manage their student loan debt. The number is on your screen now. So just to recap, the Treasury offset program was restarted and the Social Security garnishments were about to begin, but at the last minute, the Department of Education paused that process. For now, your benefits are safe, but this pause likely isn't permanent. So stay alert, read every letter that comes in the mail, and check your loan status so that you're not caught off guard. And if you need help, reach out. Make sure to watch our other videos for more ways to save money and get free stuff.